Welcome back, YouTubers, to Q&A 159 with us, the British Fist.
Good, Jing.
I know it's how I like turn my hand around there, just to like try and make things a little bit different. I'm trying to spice things up in the Q&As. God damn it! Sorry if I hurt your hand there, NJ. If you have any questions, please put them down in the comment section below. I am Mr. Parkin, and this sitting next to me is Hand.
What's up?
And this is NJ.
What's up?
Because I wanted NJ to do what's up twice.
What's up?
Or maybe 3 times. maybe
What's up?
Maybe a 4th, 5th.
What's up?
That's enough. That's enough. Overkill. That's enough to last us this Q&A, NJ. Like I said, if you have any questions, comment section below. The first couple of questions come from RFB089, and it's football related, NJ. So you might want to put your fingers in your ears. Mr. Parkin, will you be watching the World Cup and reviewing England's performance on your channel? NJ pretty much said his view on watching the World Cup. I will be watching most of the matches of the World Cup. However, I won't be reviewing England's performance on my channel. Sorry, I just have no real passion to review football or anything like that anymore. Although I will say this about England's performance against Italy, and I thought that was a damn good performance. This Q&A is going out a couple of days before the Uruguay game. The performance was very good, so if you want my short review, you're going to get it now. It was a very good performance, and I'm, very good attacking football. We just really needed to protect Baines a little bit more on that left-hand side, and we would have been fine. I think we'll get hopefully a good result against Uruguay and end up going through. Hopefully, and you can see it back if it happens, because by then we would probably be in or out of the fucking group. NJ, who do you like better, Batman or Spider-Man?
Easy, Batman.
Why?
With Batman, I grew up, we had Superman right here.
I love Superman.
And we had Batman right here. I just like, Batman was one of the superheroes that did not have these magical abilities. Yes, he had all this money, so he can get all this gizmos and gadgets, but he was just a dark character which really interested me in the movies.
Do you think that one person who gets overlooked in terms of how big his ego is because of the company he was involved with, which is Jeff Jarrett? Considering that he created TNA, made himself a 6-time TNA champion, and decided not at that stage to put over the young talent like AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Now, I mean, obviously, Jeff Jarrett, there was a time in the company where Jeff Jarrett being a world champion was a good thing for the company because he was a name in that company, had been a former WCW World Heavyweight Champion and a former WWE Intercontinental Champion. The problem was that as time went on from 2005 onwards, he became so irrelevant, yet still made himself the fucking butt of the show. And even in 2010 and 11, he was still revolving around that TNA show. So yeah, I think his ego is pretty big. And I think his ego is pretty big as well, as he thinks that Global Force Wrestling is going to be this next wrestling boom, even though he hasn't really told us why yet.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Will Keogh, who do you see getting a push in Bryan's absence, considering Cena continues with his Wyatt family feud? To be honest, I think in Bryan's absence, they're probably going to push John Cena.
I'm going to have the hope of... Because to be honest, I think with his past comments and phrases and promises, I think Paul Heyman could take Cesaro to a higher level, especially with this Money in the Bank that is coming.
Vanilla Gorilla. Would you rather Man City win every title for 20 years straight or Jeff Jarrett become WWE champion and have a 20-year reign? I'm guessing for you, NJ, it'd be Man City winning the title 20 years because you don't give a shit.
No.
As for me, Man City winning the title. Oh god, Jeff Jarrett. Oh,
the joke about the football thing is 20 years straight.
I know.
Very unpredictable.
Man United were pretty dominant for 20 years, so I guess it would make up for that. But Man City, no, I don't know. I don't want to pick neither. Tim Crace, when is CM Punk coming back to WWE? Next question. Jersey 12361. I don't know. Do you think that from now on we should call like CM Punk Voldemort or something?
Yes, a really safe option.
It'll be CM Mort or something like that, yes. Or VO Mort. I don't know. Jersey 12361. A regular asker in this Q&A. Do you think Adam Cole will sign with WWE or TNA? More likely TNA. I heard WWE were interested in him a couple of years ago, and that's when ROH and PWG decided to push him to the moon and make him the world champion. But when I saw him, and he was tagging with Kyle O'Reilly, I saw a very good wrestler, but not much else. But a lot of people have told me that he is pretty good with his promos when he's a heel, but I didn't see it when I was watching ROH, unfortunately.
I feel with the WWE, yes, they're contracting pretty well on their NXT. I think TNA will grab hold of him while Triple H looks elsewhere.
Thoughts on TNA right now? Well, the fact that neither of us are watching or reviewing or care about the show should pretty much sum up our answer. Deco5757. How fucking awesome is Crazy Steve? Is he that guy that's part of the menagerie?
The one that just flips kicks out.
Move on. Thoughts on Bram? I think he could do wonders for the Magnus character. I will say this. I did see potential when Bram, who was Kenneth Cameron in NXT, I did see potential for him when he was in NXT because he was part of the Ascension with Conor O'Brien, and at the time I knew the Ascension was getting pushed. And I did see big things for Kenneth Cameron. Now, I've actually gone and watched a couple of clips of Bram on TNA TV. He seems to have really stepped up his mic work. He seems to have a really good character, and he seems to be bringing some good stuff out of Magnus. Like I said, that's only from watching a couple of clips on YouTube on like a Friday night or something. But, you know, I think that Kenneth Cameron, a.k.a. Bram, has a good future, in my opinion. How about you?
Yeah.
You disagree with me, do you?
I don't.
You're trusting my NXT knowledge.
Pretty much.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Johnny Castaway. Belt, bury, or release the following. Titus O'Neil. Would you give him a belt? Probably the US belt or something. I don't know.
I'd say belt for the Damien Sandow.
Oh, right. Okay. I get it.
And release Titus.
Yeah. Sorry, I totally misunderstood the context. You've corrected me. Damien Sandow, belt. Fandango, bury. Although I'd like to give him a belt. And Titus O'Neil release. Because, you know WWE are never going to do anything with a black guy. It just never happens.
There we go.
It just never happens, does it? It's just, there you go. At Mark the Fish. Is it me or is Luke Harper awesome? Epic matches against Cena. His character is great and his moveset is great. Yeah, but the only problem is his moveset is one that gets the crowd going, which means he's essentially a babyface. So he may be doing great moves, but all these suicide dives and stuff ain't getting him heel heat. So he ain't a very good heel, really, is he? Even though I like Luke Harper. Quit with the fucking suicide dives and shit, please.
Thing is, the sad thing about Luke Harper, you got Bray Wyatt, who we know is a great guy right now. We've got Luke Harper, who's a great person, as you just said in your question. You've got Eric Rowan, who I don't feel is going to be able to survive very well on his own. So Luke Harper, with the quality he's got, should stay with Eric.
I think Luke Harper could do well on his own. I do see potential in him, and I know he's a good wrestler, but, you know, as part of the Wyatt family, as you know the Wyatt family are getting over as babyfaces. If WWE want to keep them as a heel, it's got to stop doing the suicide dives and all the babyface moves. That's all I want to say. What Raw do you guys think is more awesome crowd-wise? Raw after WrestleMania or Raw at the O2? Oh, definitely Raw after WrestleMania. That crowd is fucking epic. That's the only reason now for me to watch Raw is Raw after WrestleMania.
Even though the London crowds, we keep complimenting them, do start chants and get the crowd going for the right wrestlers most of the time. Raw after Mania, yes, because obviously that's when the next step to the future happens. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, I mean, the Raw after WrestleMania is actually becoming quite well known now amongst WWE fans, and a lot of people are actually more excited for that than WrestleMania, because generally Raw after WrestleMania is better than WrestleMania. Most of the years, anyway. Deco5757. Will the recent loss of $350 million have an effect on the product in which WWE will decide to present in the future? There's no doubt that losing $350 million, which was due to inflated, business ventures, etc., I don't think it will necessarily have an effect on the product. I think that, like we've seen a lot recently, it will have an effect on the releases and the cost cutting and stuff. But I still think WWE will put on the same products, and I think actually WWE will be really, really cautious with their product now. You'll probably see big pushes for guys like John Cena because they're going to be less willing to take chances because they've lost so much money. But the only reason they've lost so much money is because Vince McMahon set out unrealistic values in the WWE network and the stock price went up. And then as soon as the TV deal came through, which Vince McMahon thought he was going to get loads for, but only ended up getting about 50%, as soon as that came out, the stock price went like that pretty much. So maybe it will, I think they'll be a lot more cautious than usual.
What I'm hoping for is the cautiousness doesn't, we have to bring in the drawers right now, but I'm hoping the things that fans complain about may get looked at more so the fans don't start tuning off and stuff. But I also expect shirt prices, the network to go up.
Ticket prices.
Yeah, and all that. It's going to be quite bad, but at the same time, Vince has got to make up for the loss.
To be honest, WWE have pumped a lot of money into the WWE network. They were always going to make a loss, you know, in the short term. It's all going to be about, you know, when are they going to bring it to the UK? When are they going to bring it to Canada? When is the network going to be worldwide? How many subscribers can they get? You know, it's all really going to be about those factors going through the next year or so for WWE, because a lot of their money now is in that WWE network, and that really will determine how successful or unsuccessful the business ventures that WWE and Vince McMahon are going to be for the next couple of years now. What are your thoughts? Sorry, you were going to say something?
I was going to say, no matter what, even though they've had a loss, the WWE are going to pull through this. It might take some time, but there's no worry for the WWE.
No, there really isn't. They're still very good financially. Johnny Castaway. If WWE continues plummeting in value due to the network and TV deal not meeting expectations, do you think it could possibly spark a new Attitude Era level quality show to prevent going out of business? No, it will make them more cautious, and we'll probably see the same old shit and the same old stuff that WWE do because they want to satisfy the shareholders short term. No way in hell is this going to spark a new Attitude Era. The only way in hell that anything is going to spark a new era of some kind is if the ratings go down, is if they're losing way, way more money than they actually are, as if their business has actually been put at stake. You've got to remember, in the last Attitude Era, there was also WCW biting their necks as well. There was much more factors in there. So we're not going to get Attitude Era level quality shows. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stopped watching Raw and SmackDown. Just saying. Anyway, do you have any thoughts?
To be honest, we've said this briefly in the question before, but I find it disappointing that we've had this in 2 Q&As ago, and now, yes, we're not going to get the Attitude Era back, but with the WWE, like we said about the loss of money, they're going to look back at what worked, pump that more down for a period of time until they feel they're settled again.
Jack Johnson, what kind of wrestling do you prefer? Hardcore, pure wrestling, storytelling? I like storytelling. I think a match that tells a good story, you can get the crowd going. They're the best kind of matches. You know, I do like watching hardcore matches. You know, I think they have a place once in a while, and that's what makes them stand out a little. If every match was a hardcore match, it would probably suck, but that helps a match stand out. But for me, it's got to be storytelling, like The Undertaker's streak and stuff like that.
Well, with me, I'm going to agree, because the storytelling branches off into the hardcore match, like Triple H, Shawn Michaels, the storyline then became the bigger badass matches. So I feel the storytelling is the most important before you get to what's going to draw in money and the heat and the moments.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, is pure wrestling going to draw big ratings? No. Jersey12361, again, what's your favourite Attitude Era pay-per-view? Although you have put on here Altitude Era pay-per-view. That's quite funny, actually. What is your favourite Altitude Era pay-per-view, MJ?
I'd say it was...
I think it was Icy Mountain 1997, personally, but no. Yeah. I mean, yeah, in all seriousness, sorry, it was a joke at your expense, Jersey12361. But seriously, a favourite Attitude Era pay-per-view will probably always be WrestleMania 17 for sentimental reasons. It was probably the final pay-per-view of the Attitude Era, really. Or Royal Rumble 2000, that's another favourite of mine.
Royal Rumble 2000, I think, in my opinion, it would go towards the WrestleMania stuff. There's some that don't like it, but I felt the quality you got from it was good.
Rossi Bossy, is that what your girlfriend calls you? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on Sami Zayn? Which 3 superstars should he feud with in his first year on the main roster? I like Sami Zayn. I do like his character. He's very over. He's, you know, proved that he can be an all-round character in the WWE. When he came in, I didn't think he'd be very good on the mic. I thought his personality wouldn't really shine through, but he seems to be doing all right in that and really proving why WWE did the good decision, in my opinion, in not having him wear the mask. As for 3 superstars he should feud with, I definitely think he should feud with Cesaro. I mean, you saw their match at NXT Arrival. It was very good. I think feud with Cesaro, definitely. And then that would probably be a starter feud, in my opinion. And then you feud him with some other mid-carders, maybe like a Wade Barrett or something like that. Maybe, maybe a Miz or something like that. I don't know. There are loads of options there, but I think the best one would be Cesaro, just because they already have history from NXT.
Well, when he comes in, he's going to obviously join the Wyatt family. He's got that character that suits the Wyatt family so well.
Yeah, ole, 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 ole.
But no, I think, to be honest, as much as we do want them to come in and go against mid-carders to build themselves up, because of the let's say, practice match in NXT, you can see that it's going to be a drawing match and quality match if they keep his character the same in NXT against Cesaro.
You know, maybe I would see Sami Zayn joining the Wyatt family if it was the Altitude era, NJ, but unfortunately we're not in that era right now.
Not yet.
Sorry. Who is your dream guy to take over if Vince has to step down as CEO of the company? It would probably be Triple H and Stephanie. Easy.
Eric Bischoff. No, Triple H.
If it was, yeah, it'd be Triple H or Stephanie. I mean, who else can take over the corporate conglomerate that is WWE? I mean, maybe Shane McMahon, but, you know, he's gone on to his own things right now, and, you know, fair play to him. He didn't want to live in his dad's shadow, and that's fair play to him there. One more question before we end this Q&A. Danny Allmark, as there is only one major title, do you see WWE doing Money in the Bank for the tag titles and have 3 teams like they used to? They won't do a Money in the Bank for the tag titles or any mid-card belt because, let's face it, they wouldn't really know what to do to book it. However, there may be a Money in the Bank match and then a WWE Championship, Championship Money in the Bank match, maybe. I don't think there's that much of a possibility because I don't think WWE have enough people to fill that could be a world champion, but you never know. I mean, I haven't really been watching WWE. It's just an idea that I had.
Look at this now. With one championship, this does affect WWE's pay-per-views. There's other pay-per-views it may affect, but Money in the Bank, there should be just the one. For this year, because of Brian's accident, it should just be for the championship. That's how I see it.
Yeah. If you have any questions you want to ask us, please put them in the comment section below.
Help the British Piss Q&As to evolve, and thank you for tuning to another video from Mr. Parkin and me, NJ. Have a nice day and goodbye.